Harvard University is the oldest academic institution in the United States. It also has played a pivotal role in several athletic pursuits, including being part of the first intercollegiate rivalry in the U.S. back in the 1840s with rowing. It also played the first recognizable tackle football game in the 1870s. Plus, it is reputed that the curveball originated on this very campus. In terms of women's lacrosse, it is the place where the Brine World Cup stick, a metal-shafted stick with a molded head, was introduced, leading to the ultimate victory, a 1990 NCAA Division I championship. But a mere 30 miles west stands Harvard, Massachusetts, home of the Bromfield School. For the past 5 lacrosse seasons, one young player has been etching her mark into the history of lacrosse in the United States. Meet Sophia Turchetta, number 9. She is the leading scorer in the history of girls high school lacrosse in the United States, going all the way back to 1926. Since making the varsity in 7th grade, she has just kept on scoring. She holds the single-season goal-scoring record of 170. She holds the distinction for being the first known player with more than 600 varsity goals. And during the 2016 season, she surpassed the known record for combined goals and assists. It's those kinds of talents that her head coach, David Planchette, identified in her in middle school.
Well, I had actually the pleasure of coaching Sophie in the boys' youth game. So I started coaching her at U11 boys, and she was the toughest kid on the field then in the boys' game. And then my older daughter, who was 2 years older than Soph, played on the team. So I've watched this whole thing that Soph has done since 7th grade. So stepping on the first day of the field, I was not surprised. That's what I expected.
Especially after Turchetta's 170-goal sophomore season, opposing teams tried to man-mark her to try and shut her off, forcing Planchette to reassess tactics.
If they faced at her 2 years ago, we wouldn't have been able to shake her open. And the team has adapted as a group. We move the ball, we put her in spaces, we get her free, and even throughout the season, we've learned or grown as a team to get her free. And, you know, she's what makes us tick. So we have like a good punt guide. You gotta feed her the ball. So we have to figure out how to get her open. And then the more we get her open, then the more teams put 2 or 3 on her, and then the rest of them can go do their magic.
Definitely at the beginning, when I first it was repeatedly happening to me, I was kind of frustrated, obviously, at first. But every game I feel like that I'm being face guarded, I discover something else and I discover something new that I can do. And it's I've built up like a repertoire of things that I can do to break away and get away from it. So at this point, it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. So I'm kind of just used to it. And I like the challenge.
Scoring for her was so natural that she had no idea how close she was to state or national records until prompted by her coaches and journalists.
Dave was keeping track, and my parents started keeping track and doing a little research. So they're kind of, oh, you have a lot of points. And at that point, they kind of just started following it. And I just kind of let it go over my head, trying not to worry about it as much.
She tried not to let the gaudy numbers dissuade her from her ultimate goal, trying to win a state championship for the Trojans.
Someone actually, my friend asked me that the other day. He was like, if you had a decision to make, like, you could throw it all away and get state championship, or you could make the national record and not win the state championship, I said, win the state championship.
But Turchetta's records stand as an outsized monument in this town of 6,500.
She's helped create the Bromfield name. I mean, now if you come out here on a Sunday afternoon, kids want to be Sophia Turchetta. I mean, my 7th grader who plays on the team, she has watched her for 3 years and wants to emulate her in every way. So her biggest give back to the program is just that. She's made a name, and now the youth of the town want to be her.
The team fell a game short of the state tournament, dropping the sectional final to rival Groton Dunstable in double overtime. While Turchetta and her teammates were not able to fulfill their destiny by winning a state championship, what they have done the past 5 years will remain long in the memory. For topofthecircle.com, this is Al Matei in Harvard, Massachusetts.